The Supreme Court battle is over, but the political war in America has only just begun. With the U.S. midterm elections just weeks away, the controversial confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh to the nation's highest court is mobilizing Democrats and the party's female voters, who are vowing to bring their anger to the ballot box this November.
People think resistance is standing in the street and screaming and yelling, and that is just the beginning of what we have to do, because now we take this anger and determination and we realize that today is going to send a depth charge through politics as we know it. We go home, we vote, and we run for office.
Of Brett M. Kavanaugh of Maryland to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States is confirmed.
By a vote of 50-48, the Senate gave a lifetime job to Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court, despite 3 separate accusations of sexual misconduct against the conservative judge.
I understand. I share the deep anguish that millions of Americans are experiencing today. But I say to you, my fellow Americans, there is one answer: vote.
Hours later, Kavanaugh was sworn in at a private ceremony at the Supreme Court as a large crowd of protesters stormed the front steps, demanding their voices be heard.
Over the past few weeks, every American has now seen the profound stakes in the upcoming election. You now see it. We have been energized. We have been energized.
During a rally in Kansas, President Donald Trump said Kavanaugh's confirmation delivers a major victory for Republicans who are at risk of losing control of Congress in the congressional elections. And until now, Kavanaugh's troubled confirmation process further complicated their party's struggle to maintain a majority. But as Election Day nears, Republicans' enthusiasm is surging in the aftermath of the Kavanaugh confirmation fight.
Our base is fired up. We finally discovered the one thing that would fire up the Republican base, and we didn't think of it. The other side did it. The tactics that have been employed both by Judiciary Committee Democratic senators and by the virtual mob that's assaulted all of us in the course of this process has turned our base on fire.
To Democrats, the same tactics that have motivated the Republican base have ignited a fire within outraged and energized women now that the final weeks of the campaign are charged with questions about cultural, gender, and political divides. One recent poll showed that at the beginning of the month, more Republicans thought that the midterms were very important, at 80%, rivaling the Democrats' 82%. Now, it's just one poll, but it is a burst of momentum in the campaign's final weeks.